as Supo and Simi. Good morning. Good morning, Malabites and Malaverses. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, friends and foes. Good morning, mummies and daddies. You're tuned into Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment. 360, we love to call it. Edu Infotainment. Time check is 40 minutes past the hour of 7. Yes, I know that we're a bit late. We had a little bit of technical glitches, but like they always say, better late than never. Now, that song, I intentionally pushed play to that song because I just wanted to remind you that beans, they cook forever. Your own turn will come. I know that some people are out there and they're asking themselves, when is my time going to come? When am I going to drive my dream car? When am I going to build my dream house? When am I going to travel outside the country like my mates? When am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? Well, I'm here to remind you that everything about life is about time and season. Your own time will come, your own season will come. All you need to do is just stay focus and be consistent in whatever you're doing. Ensure that, you wake up every day with determination in your heart and, drive in your spirit. Just wake up every day and, just do what you have to do. Keep working, keep pushing, keep staying consistent, and one day your own turn will come. Anyway, good morning, guys. My name is Van Angel, like you already know, and it's time for the Morning Bus Show right here in Korea International, 103.5 FM Calabar, Crossing the State, Nigeria. Like you already know, right here on the Morning Bus Show, we give you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment. 360, we love to call it Edu Infotainment. Today happens to be the 20th day in the month of July 2026, and it is the first day of the working week. It's a spanking new week. Happy Monday to you listening to me right now. I don't care if you like Mondays or not. Happy Monday to you. Yes, you listening to me. It's a new week, and we all have to be happy and excited because the week is very young, the week is very promising. I mean, it's not raining today, so I think that's a good sign that the week is going to be a very fantastic week. How was your weekend? I hope that you had a very fantastic weekend. I hope that you were up to a lot of good during the weekend. Did you attend a wedding, a birthday celebration, did you hang out with your friends? I hope that you did something fun for the weekend, because it's very important that after working all week long, you take out time to just rejuvenate, take out time to chill, relax, and get you safe, because body no be firewood. You have to work and also have to rest, because like they say, body no be firewood. You have to work. At the same time, you have to rest as well, so that you do not break down and you do not die before your time. Right here on the Morning Boss Show, my job is very simple. I'm here to escort you as you get through your day, whether you're going to work, going to school, whether you're running an errand, or you're just staying at home chilling. I'm here to ensure that you enjoy your day. I don't even think that anybody's going to school right now. Okay, the younger ones are not going to school anymore because I think almost all the schools are closed. During the weekend, there were a lot of proms, a lot of this, a lot of that. So I believe that the younger ones are now on holiday. So you don't have school runs to do anymore. You just have to go to work and go to, your different business, activities. Well, like you already know, I don't do this alone on the Morning Bus Show. I do this with Thompson, and together we're going to ensure that your morning is off to a fantastic and a very remarkable start. Good morning, Thompson, and welcome to the show. How are you feeling this morning?
Good morning, Vine. Good morning, Malabites and Malabrises. Good morning to you, very wonderful listeners all over the world. It's such a beautiful time to be here once again. Yeah, thank God. I'm fine. And how about you?
Well, I'm good. It's a new day, it's a new week, and like I say, rejoice and be glad in it. So I am rejoicing. I am glad that I am in the new week in the month of July 2026.
Yeah, exactly. Like we used to say, I love Monday so much. Yeah, Monday is one of my favorite day because one thing is very certain, that staying back on Saturday, Sunday, and then staying back again on Monday, just indoors, man, literally, it's a very, very big deal. So I really love Monday. So just like you said, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you love Mondays or not, but trust me,
it's a waste of matter. Because
don't even think of it.
It's a waste of matter.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like it or not, Monday. It's just like saying,
must continue.
I don't like nights. If you like it or not, it's going to.
It's still going to,
like the nights will come, the morning will come. So
except you have a private jet that flies you out of that particular zone. But whether it's in between, you're definitely going to approach.
Exactly. When I was younger, there's this thing I heard. And I didn't even bother to even, look it up. I just believed it, but turns out it's a lie. So when I was younger, somebody said that there's an innovation in China where when it's night, they have an artificial sun that comes out when it's night. So 24/7, it's always daytime in China.
They're already coming up with the current technology right now trending in China that they want to create their own artificial sun that will be more is it brighter, a bit hotter than the real sun.
I feel like they have a lot of issues already.
Did they actually see what happened in US just current days ago and all of that? How they were spreading the heat wave and all of that. So are they really trying to tempt God, or what exactly are these guys actually up to? But there again, I think nature.
I just feel like sometimes, right, when I look at certain innovations in all these developed countries, I believe that some innovations are really not necessary. So a lot of problems in the world right now. If you want to start with solving problems, right, let us eradicate world hunger. Let it be that you can turn one tomato into a very giant tomato that can be as big as this room. You can feed a lot of people.
That's like saying you want the coming of Christ to be so immediate, and probably it should now start. Two loaves of bread. Right. So this time around,
kind of innovation. Oh, thank you very much for that analogy. Those kinds of innovation are what we need. 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. You fed how many thousands of people? So we should think about things like that. Not going to go and invent stuff. What's that?
I think we'll have to start that miracle at IDP camps first.
That's why I said world hunger, right? So all the people that are hungry in the world, displaced people, we should.
Yeah.
China should go and perform that kind of innovation. I won't call it miracle. Innovation.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We gotta do the innovation
exactly.
there, because I think it's needed there more than trying to invent an artificial sun.
Yeah, this is why the governor of Anambra State of Enugu is now saying, hey, no. If you have a miracle center, so why not just go to the streets and then heal those people? So, and then, it makes more sense, right? He packs them and go to the hospitals, they go and heal them there. If you believe if you have all of those kinds of powers and all of that to actually heal people. So rather than bringing them into one place, so why not just go there and get this done so that our society will be free of all of this kind of presence. And I really love it though, at some point. I just love that kind of action. But there again, I think it's quite important, just like you say, whatever innovations that we must actually embrace or probably pursue at this point in time must be relating to solving hunger problem, and then
current problems that are happening in the world.
That's just it, because and all of them should channel their efforts to Nigeria, because Nigeria is unarguably the war capital of hunger and poverty per se. So I think they could channel their efforts here in Nigeria so that once you're able to solve Nigerian problem, trust me, the world, in fact, you solved over 80% of the entire world problems.
Okay, I like that at the end of the day, you're Nigerian, you're not Zimbabwean, or you're not Kenyan, you're Nigerian. So you are the shame also rubs off on you at the end of the day.
No. If a country that is at war with Russia, we all know how sophisticated Russia is. Ukraine, of all the world, Ukraine that is in war with Russia is now feeding Nigerians with grains. And trust me, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Nigerian government, our government per se, opened their arms and received grains from a war-torn country.
Well, they decided to help. So we know here in Nigeria, don't turn down help. Anyhow, just give it to us. We don't turn it down.
No, that particular help must go. That particular help must
We don't have pride here. We don't turn it. We'll not turn it down.
That time you see us with pride. But that particular help should have gone. But and funny how they received these things, and we didn't even see the effects. But yet, the other countries that still get these same grains from
we get loans from
Ukraine
Bank every other day.
Trust me.
How many effects have you seen? We get loans every other day from the World
How much
Bank.
more grain?
How many effects have you seen?
That even reminds me when it happened to, how do they call it, this palliative, when they start breaking into factory storage, storage facilities in the States and all of that. You could see how greedy a lot of persons are. Okay, you got these stuffs, And then look at the situation today. During this rainy season is supposed to be the time that state governors are supposed to go to their store or warehouse, state storehouse and all of that, and say, look, we have so number of this. Let's send it out. Let's give to so people. Let's do this rather than, that. I'm funny how they are actually budgeting for all of these things, so emergency period like this, but it doesn't make any sense. Like nothing actually is coming out from there.
Sometimes when I remember that whole palliative thing, it just makes me so sad because peradventure those people did not invade those warehouses. We would never have known that such amount of food stuff was actually in different states and under the control, under the purview of the government. It goes to show that some people in government are not human beings. They are just wicked and soulless people, because you can tell that during the COVID-19 time we had a lot of hunger in Nigeria. A lot of people were hungry because they were out of jobs, out of businesses. They were always staying at home, but somehow the government made provision, or maybe with the help of certain foreign organizations, made provisions for palliatives, and it was distributed to every state, the 36 states in Nigeria. But somehow these states governors, decided to not do anything about it. Decided to just keep the whole thing for themselves, and these palliatives were in thousands and millions. How did they expect that these governors will finish all these things by themselves? I realized that some of this food stuff were there. They got bad. They were spoiling. What they were spoiling. People were hungry out there, but food stuff were in your warehouse spoiling. That goes to show you the wickedness that thrives in the hearts of some of our leaders.
Yeah,
it's very, very, very sad to see, honestly.
And the time has come again where a lot of us will not even want to learn from all of these sad experiences, because they have started again campaign. It's just like in my community. There's this particular Kizito Ata, square that we have in my community, where, when there are rallies, when there are events, at least that's one of the, we could just call that like pavilion. In fact, it's a pavilion. Now, all of these guys seeking for House of Reps, seeking for Senate, seeking for chairmanship, they have promised to renovate that place to a standard year in, year out. And currently they are still using the same place. And I just remember what happened over the weekend. So, and then all of a sudden, boom, somebody now went and posted a picture, said that a particular House of Reps member has assured that this time around, he wants to renovate it because he wants the vote from the community, right? And so somebody now posted a picture that this is what he has renovated. And somebody said, is this not an AI? And automatically, man, they'll be like, no, this person should not even come for campaigning. But that is what it should out to be. Because one, as day breaks, as the time goes by, as we age each and every day, we are learning, from the society. And we've come to learn that, during campaigns like this, you see a lot of them coming to make promises. Oh, we're going to do this. There will be no hunger. There will be, a lot of security. There will be this, there will be that, but once they win, I saw a particular, politician going to commission, how do they call it, a water tap. In fact, I have told them to snap it and keep, because in no distance time, I'm going to put that same water tap in that same community. It's so embarrassing that somebody of this nature could go and put up that kind of thing and then be taking pictures and celebrating that this is a milestone achievement. Well, I'm seeing core members who are doing this. Okay.
Some politicians do not have shame, and that's something that we should come to terms with, because there are things that as a normal person you would feel shame to do.
Okay.
When I saw that thing, I felt ashamed on the person's behalf.
Okay.
The person was there smiling and cutting tape. So, it just goes to show that people don't really have shame. And it's sad.
Fine, let's leave it at that. I know.
Anyway, tell us this morning, what are you up to? How was your weekend? Did you have something fun to do during the weekend, or did you have an activity or an event to attend during the weekend? Let us know. 0809 4444 I will take that again. 0809 4444 058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. Let us know what you're up to this morning. Are you on your way to work? Are you on your way to school? Are you on your way to your marketplaces? Are you running an errand? Or you're just home chilling? Let us know what you're up to. 0809 4444 058. I'll take that again. 0809 4444 058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. We'd also love to know where you're listening to us from. from? Is it a cab? Is it your house? Is it your shop? Would love to know where you're listening to us from this morning. Time check is 25 minutes past the hour of 7, and we're going back to the music. When we come back, we're moving straight to the weather focus segment. This is Ja Elijah by Kobam Sasuko, Paturankin, and Bella Shimoda. Stay very close to your radio set. We'll be back before you know it.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same? I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise, that was her reply. Now we vibe. It's been a while and such a ride, the stars align. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She my do or die, my bona fide. My up when I'm down, she's always beside me. She makes me feel alive, I won't deny. Her love for me is real and kinda suicide-y. She's not the same, she's such a rare type. She's far from plain, at least in my eyes. She said if I cross her, I'll be in the grave or under a type, but yeah, that's still my babe. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. Getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role.
By Kobam Sasuko, Paturankin, and Bella Shimoda. Welcome back from that music break. The time check is 15 minutes past the hour of 7, and it's still the morning bus show right here on Unico Radio International 103.5 FM Calabar, crossing the state and Nigeria. And right now, we're moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the weather focus segment right here on the morning bus, and that is Today is the 20th day of the month of July 2026. Monday is the first day of the working week. And like I said earlier, today looks promising because it's not raining already. So I can tell that, today is very promising. Now, today is expected to be warm, humid, and unsettled with periods of rain and thunderstorms during the day. Keep an umbrella or raincoat handy if you'll be outdoors. Now, in the morning from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., temperature will range from 23 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. The weather conditions we have mostly cloudy with light showers developing, becoming more frequent towards late morning. Now, the rain chance for the morning is high around 70 to 95%. Now, the tip of the morning is if you are commuting early, expect wet roads and allow extra travel time. Now, in the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., temperature will range from 28 degrees Celsius to 31 degrees Celsius. The weather condition is warm and humid with intermittent rain and possible thunderstorms. The rain chance for the afternoon is high around 70 to 80%. Now, the tip for the afternoon is avoid outdoor activities during heavy downpours or thunderstorms if possible. Now, in the evening from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., temperatures range from 24 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. The weather condition, we have cloudy with a few lingering showers before conditions gradually improve later in the night. Now, the rain chance will be moderate, around 20 to 40%. Now, the tip for the evening is roads may remain slippery even after the rain eases. Now, the summary for the day is temperature range from 23 degrees Celsius to 31 degrees Celsius. The rain chance is high, especially from late morning through the afternoon. Now, the general advisory is plan for a wet weather, carry rain gear, and stay alert for thunderstorms and localized flooding in low-lying areas. And there you have it. That is the weather focus for you this morning. Ensure that you plan your day accordingly. Go out with your raincoat, with your umbrella. It's very, very important. You do not want to be found wanting.
It's definitely going to rain.
This is the period where your umbrella is literally your best friend. You don't have any other best friend than your umbrella right now, because if you forsake your umbrella, the rain will beat you shaggy. So you had better go out with an umbrella.
And you're going to find yourself in a very terrible spots where you're definitely going to get unnecessary and unfavorable favor somehow. So you wouldn't want to be trapped that, because sometimes ago I've seen a friend who actually picked up another friend, and they got to the point where he said, look, this is where I'm going to stop you. And there are no places around for her to actually stop. Well, he has no choice than to follow him. You know what I mean, right? So please, you wouldn't need to find yourself in those kind of things. And now you're writing exams. For those of you who have not heard what is happening in the school, definitely we'll talk about it. All those your chips will be cleaned off and all of that, right? So you need, okay, so so please, you need to know all the available bus stops so that you can always know that, okay, within this period of time, this is where I'm going to be. So that in case it starts raining, if you don't have an umbrella, you just need to park yourself somewhere and then be safe.
All right, you've heard it from us this morning. Ensure that you plan your day accordingly and ensure that you have your umbrella or raincoat handy. I had a colleague of mine said something, I think that was on Thursday, that raincoats are better than umbrellas. Anyone that works for you, whether it's a raincoat, whether it's umbrella, whether it's a canopy, whether it's a tent, anyone that works for you, please ensure that you carry it so they can stay protected from the rain. Well, that's much you can take on the weather focus segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're moving straight to the exchange rate segment. This is Get Better by Zlatan and Fola. Stay very close to your radio set. We'll be back before you know it.
Sometimes when you know
Left a star glowing in your eyes when I'm not aware. You left a scar. I fall into your lies all again.
where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Let me
when I'm with you. I am able to keep pushing my limits, and all the drive that I have, well, I'm going the distance with you. I didn't know what I had till I knew what was missing, and everything that I dread, well, I built a resistance with you.
Better by Zlatan and Fala. Welcome back from that short music break. Time check is 6 minutes past the hour of 8, and it's still the Morning Bell Show, right here on Unico Radio International, 103.5 FM Calabar, Cross State, Nigeria. Right now, we're moving straight to another exciting segment of the show, which is the exchange rate segment. And of course, Thompson will take us through that segment of the show. Thompson, take it away.
Okay, so once again, welcome to that segment of the Morning Voice Show where we talk about planning our finances. We'll talk about finances. We'll talk about like we keep asking, those of you who have actually started your kuli akara, building houses, traveling out and returning back, planning to go to your programs outside and all of that, planning for events, occasions and all of that, your birthdays and all of that. So whereas a lot of persons will be asking, how does that concern the exchange rate? But don't forget that we're talking about money here. You go to buy fuel, you go to get stuff, and they tell you, do you know how much the exchange rate is? So that's why we're taking you through the Danish crown. Don't forget, just one Danish crown is costing Nigeria so much money, 210 naira. And then one Japanese yen is costing Nigeria 8 naira. And then just one West African CFA is costing Nigeria 2 naira. And then one Saudi Riyal is costing Nigeria 367 naira. And then one Chinese yuan is costing Nigeria 203 naira. One South African rand is costing Nigeria 83 naira. And I think this has actually dropped just with a naira. Well, that's fine, but it should have to improve more than that though. And then one pound sterling is costing Nigeria 1,853 naira. And then 1 euro is costing Nigeria 1,573 naira. And then one Swiss francs is costing Nigeria 1,707 naira. Okay, and then we have finally one US dollar. It's costing Nigeria 1,379 naira. That's pretty much reading from the exchange rate segment.
All right, thank you very much, Thompson, for that one. Now you know the exchange rates today. Right now, we're being joined by Sharon and the Kate.
Where that come from?
It's your ideal Papa t-shirt.
It's not Adi Papa. It's not Adi Papa. It's a foundation, please. And it's a foundation.
I don't ask you that question. That's not why I asked you.
I also say
I did not ask you that
I'll
question.
still tell you that.
Okay.
So anyways, good morning, guys. Good morning, Thompson. I apologize for coming late. I have a lot of family issues I need to attend to, and that's the reason why I'm wearing this shirt.
Is there that time of the year?
A time of the year.
Yeah.
When
They gather for your head and say, get married.
no.
Okay.
But it's that time of the year when once in a while we all gather together. Anyways, a lot has been happening.
Okay.
And yesterday my family member to the country for a foundation drive and everything. So the foundation is aimed at school children that don't have to get themselves to get to school. So there's a school drive today where we pass relief materials, school materials to these small children. So there's for secondary school and there's for primary school. Foundation was,
When you say relief materials, what are we talking about?
my apologies for the wrong English. It's not relief materials, it's school materials. It's a school drive, it's a school material for children that don't have access to these particular materials.
Like we want a specific thing.
That's the point I want to make. So let's hear it.
Okay, so we are going to like a lot of schools. They
No.
started
I want to hear
What are the
the
materials?
school materials.
Oh, there are an array of books, pencil
Exercise
cases,
book or
exercise books, pencil
backpacks,
cases, backpacks, pens,
uniforms.
uniforms, They are going to different schools, so uniforms are not.
Yeah, it could still go a long way. But then, this is what we're talking about last week, and I'd say that let's say we have this kind of foundations, spread around now,
Foundation is just starting. So this is first.
So let's say we have this kind of foundation spread around the states, spread around the country. A lot of persons will never be afraid of having children. Like we talked about the other day, that if you cannot afford this kind of certain things like this, and all of that, we talked about this.
Why for a foundation to help you?
No, like I'm saying, a lot of persons are afraid of having so number because you're afraid of not training them, not able to train them, right? So I'm just imagining we have this kind of foundation also being there. So a lot of persons will have the ability to produce more.
Well,
as much as I commend certain foundations for always helping, or how did they put it, lending a helping hand. Right? But sometimes I just feel like some things are very they are not what's the word I'm looking for now? Sustainable. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They're not sustainable. There are a
lot of foundations that actually do that, and they are sustainable. It's just that we are having a bad system already in Nigeria.
Now let's look at this. Let's look at this. A foundation goes to school and shares sanitary pads to girls, one sanitary pad each. Now, when that sanitary pad finishes, what happens?
Yeah. So this is why I am coming down to it, because one. Yeah.
That's the
sustainability I'm talking about.
Foundation not taking full responsibility for the children, just adding, like, just letting help.
Support.
So
What I'm saying
another way for sustainability in the sense that these children can actually now you give children you pay school fees for children. Right? Now, isn't there a way that you can maybe get funding that this organization can only cater for the needs of 10 children, just 10 children, just 10. Well, that from is it just 1 to just 3 or SS whatever? It's on the foundation. But what you're now doing just
just starting out.
No, and this is not just about this.
What I wanted to say is that, what I wanted to say is that if you look at in fact there's a current budget that a lot of Nigerians are not even aware of. Do you know that the federal government of Nigeria currently funds either building and maintaining of religious organizations in Nigeria? Are you guys aware of that? Now, a lot of persons are not aware of that, but this is what is happening. So if you see an organization coming out and say, okay, we want to do a certain thing. Now, it depends on the government policies. Now, let's say tomorrow this organization or the foundation, succeed in doing this. The next thing you start seeing 1 or 2 persons, either from the state, coming out to say, we want to task you. So that foundation will automatically start feeling like,
no.
Organization.
Yes, it happens, but deep down there, you know what these guys are doing in this country. Now, we'll see, that's the reason why a lot of organizations are also folding up. Because of what? All of this indirect way of tasking these guys. You might not know, because they're themselves that know. They know what they're passing through. So this is why they are not sustainable. But if we have government support, it's so cool. We have two organizations. This is why, let's say, the United Nations, all of these UN organizations has been sustained, because what? The fundings that still comes. Do you understand? So if we have also the same funding coming from the federal government, to all of these organizations that we have, trust me, they will be willing to do it as much as they can. It's just like up to today. UNICEF is still funding a lot of programs, right? But these funds are coming from where? The UN.
Well,
that's what we're talking about. So these things are sustainable. It's just the kind of policies and the kind of governments we have. That's why it looks as if they are not sustainable. They are.
Well, aside that, it's starting out, and also there are a lot of benefits in schools that benefit from this. Just about primary school, PCN primary school, Akim, Calabar, government primary school, Barracks Road, government primary school, Esupumba. That's Brazil.
Esupumba.
I hope your dad is listening to you right now.
If they were hailing me, but we'll not get that. Government secondary school, Barracks Road, government secondary school, he called it Akpabu. So it's the foundation was actually enacted in remembrance to someone, my grand aunt was a very, very pivotal teacher, primary school teacher. She left a mark, she left a legacy, and she loved training children, she loved educating children. very, very well. Like to the point where when she was about to die, she told her daughter to take care of the last child because she will not be able to cater for the last child since she's about to, pass and all. So she was very, very dedicated to knowledge and children acquiring education. So it's the foundation was enacted in with respect to her to continue that legacy, and it's just starting out. So I mean, with time and more funding, we would do better. But that's what I've been engaged in since, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
It doesn't look like a dear papa, but okay. Anyway, thank you for making our time to join us this morning.
Yeah.
Well, we're going back to the music now. When we come back, we're moving straight to we were supposed to do the national holiday segment.
Yeah.
And today, like I said, it's the 20th in the month of July 2026. And the first national holiday we have is Global Hug Your Kids Day. Global Hug Your Kids Day.
I have my own child today. You don't have children.
I don't know.
I
I don't want to know.
I have my
Anyway,
child
today is Global Hug Your Kids Day. I think this is something that, back in the day,
Okay.
it wasn't a thing as much in African homes. Hugging your parents, hugging your children rather.
It wasn't
Telling
to the point. If you now look at
Telling
somebody
them that
else's
you
child,
love them.
now look at somebody else. Like there was a time I was going out when I was little, and I saw this child hugging her mom.
Mm.
Every time.
And you when you see the children, you think, at the butter.
At the bottom, I was like, wow, like you don't have the you're not afraid to hug this woman because if you try to hug my mom, she'll pinch you. She doesn't like body contact.
That's the thing. Some African parents just have this stoic exterior that they don't want to, be vulnerable to their children. They don't want to be doting on their children. But it's actually silly. It's a very silly mindset. Hug your children as much as possible so they don't go out for that hug.
Outside.
And
The
then
opposite hand.
usually that happens back then. My dad will have to hug you when he sent you something in the midst of friends, and then you return back and bring change and say, "Daddy, this is your change." You say, "Oh my son, oh my son," and then they hug you. Yeah, back then. But these
Parents
days,
have this thing where they always want to show off.
yeah.
They always want with their kids. They always want to show off.
But these days, trust me, I think to you out there today is that very day. Just hug your child for no reason. Just hug them because
It should be a routine.
Do you understand?
It should be
Wait. With the trauma we experienced when we were children, if your dad hugs you when you stand up tomorrow,
You start thinking whether you have committed or
No, he's about to die.
I will let him be surprised. I will like, I don't understand why you hugging me. I will be so surprised. See what they have put us through. Can you imagine? Like the trauma, I feel like smaller children would not see it as anything.
Yeah.
But older children,
We've already lived our lives without hugs. So
Exactly.
It's fine. Let's just continue like that. Anyway, moving forward, today is International Chess Day. International Chess Day. If you're a lover of chess, ensure that you indulge in it today. Chess is actually one of those board games that not everybody can play.
I tell you, when you learn it, you'll be very interested because it takes your whole mind, your cognitive process, and everything. It's a game that is well played. Like,
You know why I don't want to learn. Not now. I don't want to learn how to play chess now. I'm one person that when something involves thinking, right?
Yeah.
I will not be at peace until I can sort it out. That's how I am.
wait.
I will not be at peace until I can. That's how I am. So let me not start what I cannot finish. Let's just hold on first. That's just it.
Yeah,
I think
also
people playing chess and they're so invested. You see their facial expression. You see how focused they are. I'm like, nah,
they made a
so-
competition, there's a timer for it, and everything. I told my brothers are chess players have won. My youngest brother, he has won competitions from the thing. I looked ahead, I was so proud. I was like, yes, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. So they'll set a timer here, and when it's your turn, they'll set a timer. So you have to think very, very fast on the next move. And the sweet thing about it is checkmate.
I like that part of checkmate. I like that part. Anyway,
But then we also have a current competition. I don't know if they are done with it at staff clubs where we have some of the staff at their leisure time they go there. It's a competition. I think they're celebrating one of their their hero there. That guy was very good. But for Nigerians, I think I have a lot of Nigerians who have done so tremendously well in terms of this particular activity or game. Yeah, we have Adebayo, Abdul Rahman. Adebayo is a very good guy. We also have Ofoniwo and then Lapeju and the rest. But globally, I think this name Magnus Carlson is one of those persons. But I don't know why they are not putting Nigerians among these guys.
How can Tunde not be there? I mean, his
like,
foundation literally tells
like this is why sometimes I really don't like
Don't
all of these guys, the way they are treating Nigerians,
But you guys,
things like this.
1 million naira for chessboard. Hello.
Not good.
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
And you went happy in the street.
Hello. 1 million naira for a chessboard. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be rich. Anyway, the next one we have is National Fortune Cookie Day. National Fortune Cookie Day. Now, I have never had a fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Nigerian restaurants. It's done in Calabar.
Especially in
That
Chinese.
one I saw you.
He's not in
Chinese
Calabar.
It's in Calabar.
I thought you did Nigeria. Now I never chop am.
Huh?
But the background to
The
that
fortune
is
cookie.
Yeah.
You say I thought it. I say you did Nigeria. Now why?
No, I did Calabar. Now why?
Done.
no, but I think from what I read from that is that usually they hide some kind of codes.
Yeah, that's
in
how
the-
fortune cookies
yeah.
are. And it's actually Japanese, not Chinese.
They always
No,
mix it. They always keep mixing the
Yeah, they
mix
mix Japanese.
Japanese and
it's
Chinese.
kind of a Japanese kind of like its origin.
Yeah, its
anyway.
origin is
Yeah.
Japanese. That's what I'm
But
saying.
then the Chinese actually, took it over and make it just like a
Like
lot
it's
of
always
things that
thing.
Nigerians actually took over and make it looks like everything is coming from Nigeria.
No.
But-
No, see the difference. There's a difference. Now, Nigerians will carry it and
make
turn
it
it to their
Nigerian.
own culture.
Mm.
They turn it to their own culture. Like okay, noodles for example. Now
Okay.
we have our own way of preparing noodles, but we are not claiming it as ours because it's not ours. You understand? But the
You can
Chinese.
say Nigerian noodles.
You understand? So, but the Chinese people now, if you are looking for history, if you just think about it, you think it's just Chinese.
Mm.
And the point is that they are accepted, they think it's their own.
Yeah.
I mean, when Japanese are there, they know that
Yeah.
it's from them, their roots and everything.
No,
it's different though.
No, they actually say
It's different. You don't claim people's culture.
No, but they actually say in that report that it actually originated from US, but most historians actually give credit to the
No,
Japanese.
it originated from
From
Japan.
US.
No,
No,
no.
in the 90s, in the
In
1900s.
1970 something, it originated in Japan.
That's what I'm saying now. In the 90s, in the 1900s, how do they call it? 1900s. It actually originated from the US. But now, a lot of historians have actually
it
given
was
credit to...
popularized by Japanese immigrants
Uh-huh.
in California.
Exactly. So it's just like that going from Calabar to US and now making Afang popular in the US. And now
It's not from US. now.
but I'm making it popular there. It doesn't mean that that's
It
the
was
origin
popularized by them during the early 1900s. It was because they moved to.
to the US. Japan moved to US. So it originated
Yeah.
in Japan, my brother.
Sorry.
So yeah, if you've never had a fortune cookie, well, you can
Okay.
do it yourself. Just put a little fortune in there.
Inside.
That's something like
What do you want here?
one day.
No,
You can do something like you'll
Let's
be
make
rich.
it-
You'll be rich and famous in the next 24 hours.
For you, the fortunes in that thing. They'll keep you thinking.
They're always very deep, actually.
Just like
Yeah.
country.
They're very, very, very
It makes
deep.
you wonder how do they? Okay, I feel like it's from maybe one old book or holy because Japanese have very
Yeah.
deep roots, so it's
Yeah.
possible that it was from one old book or something. Because I don't think they will just stay and think about
And
it.
sometimes the fortune that you find might actually resonate with whatever you're going through at that point in
Yeah.
time. So yeah, it's something I actually love to stumble upon. Anyway, the next national holiday we have is National Lollipop Day. National Lollipop Day.
I'm
Oh,
coming for you guys.
we don't all do. I don't remember the last time I had a lollipop.
I never fancied it.
Oh, really?
Like, I stopped when I started growing older because that first of all that sweet it injures my gum. It injures my gum, and then actually it's just for me. I don't like it. I mean, gum on its own. The gum afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best part.
That was the best one when we were small. But now I don't fancy it anymore.
And that gum in the middle
Yeah.
keeps me disciplined because I like to break my lollipop, right?
Yeah.
So when it has gum in it, I'll
You
have
have
to
to
lick it till I get to the
You know,
gum.
they said keep it touch your inner child. This is one particular size that made me laugh. I passed like it's Tagoli out.
Mm.
I passed that place. I was standing, I was to buy something from a lady that was there. This guy came in his car, like he drove. The guy, I'm well around our age. He drove.
Mm.
And I stopped and he was like, "Might you have sweets?" She said yes. He bought 2. Yeah, I thought he was buying for small children. Oga, before he drove past, he removed the seat and put it in his
Hey, now.
house.
I like no harm.
Sometimes you want to smoke or drink.
There's this
Buy sweet.
there's this group of guys where literally if you go through Goldie, you see them all the time. They are putting it those sweets on their mouth and then
I feel like at this
take
point
it to
it's better than smoking and drinking, but it also has its own health risks.
Yeah, as long as you're not taking it every single day.
Yeah. I mean, you get tired when you take it every single day.
Exactly. Well, some people will not. Anyway, the last national holiday we have is World Jump Day. World Jump Day. Jumping is actually from the sides. You fancy it?
It's not a sport I find.
I would be so surprised. Seeing you jumping, oh wow. It's not something I want to imagine, but okay. If you're a fan of jumping is an exercise. So, if you want to get fit, one of the ways to get fit is, to do, your jump exercise. So if it's something that you can do, please ensure that you indulge in it. Well, that's much going to take on the national holiday segment. We're going back to the music. When we come back, we're moving straight to the health and wellness segment. This is One Hit by Kobam Sasuko. Stay very close to your radio. Decide to be back before you know it.
Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? When you know, when you touch, when you feel, yeah. When you know, when you touch, when you feel, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you know, when you touch, when you feel, yeah. When you know, when you touch, when you feel, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. Hard to get to know me, but better than the lights. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no reason, but I'll sit here every day, waiting for the moment. to be patient, but running out of time. No way I'd let you slip by. No way.
30 on the DOT. Welcome back from that music break. That was One Hit by Cobham's Asuko. Such a fantastic singer, such a fantastic song. That song is just letting it's just trying to motivate us. And just it's a prayer as well, telling God, please give me one hit. And one hit can mean anything. One big opportunity, one big breakthrough, one big, contract, one big customer. And I think everybody just prays for that one hit that, will just, elevate you to, somewhere that you are always dreaming to be. Well, it's the Morning Boss Show right here on Beautiful Radio International. And right now, moving straight to the next segment of the show, which is the health and wellness segment. And of course, Sharon will take us through that segment of the show. So, Sharon, let's have it.
Okay, today's health and wellness is going to be against that word lollipop dish.
We cannot just have small
consuming.
peace. Like
No.
small. We cannot just indulge
As
small
people are
before
consuming.
coming for us. You can just small.
As people are consuming the sweet, relax on the consumption of this sweet. Especially people that are growing old. Except you don't want to have, first of all, you don't have to have your teeth intact. Or you want to increase your risk of diabetes
Oh,
as
God.
well. Sweets are enjoyable treats, but consuming them in excess, underline the excess, I don't say should not indulge. But doing them in excess is something that will not come.
Again, it's excess.
Sweets are high in added sugar, which provide calories with nutrients. Over time, excessive sugar intake increases the risk of several health conditions. You may not feel it when you are little. I mean, some people are feeling it already. But when you now get older, you realize, oh, more. I should have stopped seeking some things. I should have stopped doing some things at some point. Like I said before, you don't want to lose your teeth. Listen to what I'm saying. When these calories are not burned through physical activity, they are stored as fat, leading to weight gain and increasing the risk of obesity. They can also lead to type 2 diabetes. Excess sugar intake, regular consumption of large amounts of sugary food. Now, I'm not just talking about sweets alone. I'm also talking about sugary food too. Can make the body cells less responsive to insulin, leading to insulin resistance. Insulin is the hormone that helps you convert active glucose to inactive glucose, and you need it. When I say you need it to be able to store glucose properly, and if you cannot store the glucose properly, it will accumulate in the body and help you and cause diabetes. So as much as possible, you need to reduce the sugar intake so that your insulin will not be overworked and become resistant, and then the glucose becomes resistant to it. This significantly increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It could also lead to tooth decay. Sugar feeds bacteria in the mouth, which produces acids that erode the tooth enamel. You realize that there's some people that would come to the dental clinic with holes in their tooth, and these holes have caused pain. They've gotten to go, in fact, some spread to other teeth, and it's not something you want. This can lead to cavities, tooth sensitivity. You know that thing where you drink hot water or cold, or you drink something cold and your teeth gets in shock. That's tooth sensitivity, and it has been sugar stored over time. It can be caused by sugar stored over time. It can also lead to gum diseases if good oral hygiene is not maintained. Now, I mean, the simple hack for this one is when you take sweet, drink water. Drink water. And also, one day on one of these health and wellness segments, I'm going to invite a dentist because I got to discover that the way we should normally brush teeth is not the way we are supposed to brush teeth.
I don't tire, leave me.
It's not the way we're supposed to brush teeth. I just realized he was like, show me how you brush your teeth. I showed him, he was like, that's so wrong.
Is it not up down again?
It's not up down.
Okay, now. People should. What is it?
This is how the up down is.
Oh, okay. Up down, but it's up
But
down.
it's not up down. Like for the upper part is down, for the lower part is up. Do you understand? Not up down, up down. And then you don't do sides. That's
nobody said we should do that one. It is not you. That is the you problem. That's a you problem.
So when you told me, I was like, wow, you even told me that, okay, if you don't brush it, right, if you keep doing that side thing, your gums, you end up eating into your gums, and then your gums will expose the tooth inside, the root of the tooth inside. And it's not something you want to do over time. When you realize when you're old, some old people you will see their tooth coming out, their gum is inside. So anyways, when you take in sweets, drink water as much as possible to make sure that you remove the excess sugar that will get stored in the tooth. And also brush your
something I
teeth
used to do when I was younger, when I'm taking sweets, especially lollipop, I would put it in my mouth and put water in my mouth. Now I liked that sour taste. That when there's just little sugar, and it is not sweet, it's not bitter.
Ew.
I love that taste.
I didn't like taking the water.
It was one of my favorite things to do. I've never dissolved the sweet. You know what? Continue. No. Continue with your segment. Continue with your segment,
yes.
please.
People with mentors too.
Yes. Especially with
cold. Yeah. Those cold. That cold.
I love the sensation in my throat.
Okay. Anyways, it also it could lead to heart disease. High sugar intake is associated with increased blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol levels, chronic inflammation, and obesity, all of which raise the risk of heart disease and stroke. It will also lead to fatty liver disease. Large amounts of fructose, a type of sugar commonly found in sweetened foods and beverages, can accumulate in the liver and contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It could also lead to poor energy levels. Although sugary foods provide a quick burst of energy, as you can see, when the child takes a high amount of sugar, they become hyper and become very, very active. But then at some point in time, you see them sitting down, dull again. It just gives quick bursts of energy. They are often followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar. Hence the reason why you give a child sugar at some point, the child will be very active, and at some point in time, the child will be in one place, lying down, except for the very, very special children that will keep being hyper, even when they are hungry. I have them in my house. It will leave you tired, feeling sluggish, and hungry again. It also increases the risk of chronic inflammation. Diets high in added sugar can promote chronic inflammation, which is linked to conditions such as arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. It can also lead to poor skin health. Excess sugar may accelerate skin aging by damaging collagen and elastin, the things that make your skin as elastic as it looks, and as useful looking as it looks. The proteins that will keep your skin firm and elastic. It may also worsen acne in some individuals. It could also lead to nutritional deficiencies too. People who consume excessive sweets may replace healthier foods with sugary snacks. That time you're supposed to take healthy like soup and swallow. You would end up using it to take ice cream, pizza, all those things all those that have excess sugar in them.
The same soup and soil that will come out tomorrow and tell us that it's not healthy. I
don't be a broco doctor.
Me.
I don't be a broco doctor. Me, I dey talk my own. I said in moderation.
Motivational speakers.
I don't be a broco doctor, please. Thank you very much. I'm like the wife of the broco doctor. But at this point in time, you have to talk sensible. You can take the sweets, but don't make it your entire meal. Because some people, I have people that 247 they're chewing gum. I want to make my mouth busy. Hello.
You don't want to have mouth water.
No, it's not mental. It's not mental. If it's mental, it's different. Because
I know that breath means people take that so that they can actually keep their breath fresh.
If it's that one, I won't complain. I'm saying I don't want to mention the brand name. The ones that have the different flavors, banana, strawberry, mango. Those ones, they are always chewing it 247. In my head, I'm like, why?
That was me.
Yes, thank God they don't believe what you.
I always had gum in my bag. Had gum in my bag. For what reason, I don't know. There was this gum that was back then. It was I think 2000. I would buy it, and you always have to.
You have to the card became from
the one that flat. You have to fold.
Yeah,
that book you should sell.
No. You. No. No, I don't want to mention the brand name.
Oh,
That one you have to
there are different
refrigerate the
colours.
gum. When there's too much heat, the gum melts.
Oh,
Yes. It was an expensive gum. I said I like to buy it for no reason.
because I remember it was at that book you said.
Now it's superstar.
Yes.
Know that one.
Oh, that's like you bend it. That's not tired of that. Jesus Christ. I wonder how they take it. And the flavors were so blonde. I was like, yeah.
But you took it regardless.
I took so.
I think you always had five wraps
Yeah.
inside.
I prefer free gels. I want to buy free gels in packs. I should now give you. It had the pack like it was wrapped in paper. Try. So much they don't know. They don't know what's in.
The one I used to have was Orbit.
Orbit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Orbit. Orbit is really nice.
Oh yeah. I can remember now. Anyways, that's it. Gen Alpha, they don't know it. They can't relate. They don't know what you're saying. They don't know what I'm saying.
We all know what you're saying. Do you
Are you
understand?
the
Like,
Gen
there's
Alpha?
different brands
They're not
of
Gen
gum.
We all know
They
what
don't.
you're
They don't
saying.
really
It's just
exist in some
that
places. Like yes, I think before I saw Wifa stick. I was
Mm.
like, that's the Wifa stick.
No,
Really?
plastic has always been a thing.
There was a Wifa stick that was I think the body was pink.
Pink.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I can't find
all of
posters.
those brands, brands of
Sometimes they
gums.
evolve.
Yeah, especially some
And
places,
rebrand.
because there are some things I still go to my community and still see them still saying, I say, what? This thing still there? They say yes now. It's still
Yeah,
there. It's just like,
global.
you know,
You
in
guys,
city like this,
Jesus.
there are a lot of things that are no longer
I'm going to
existing as
deflect a
convention.
little bit, but I have to get something off my chest, please.
Okay.
The coffee that I sold in Nigeria is absolute
Rubbish.
nonsense.
Okay.
It is absolute
I had to ask
nonsense.
in the hotel. I was asked to ask, please. And I smell coffee. Is it the? Are you brewing the bean? Is it then? No. Is it sachet? I'm like, leave it. Don't worry.
My aunt brought coffee from the US. I took one spoon. Oh God.
It's supposed to be bitter.
Oh God.
It's supposed to be bitter.
I added close to 4 spoons of milk.
Exactly.
Nothing happened. Though.
See, it's supposed to be bitter. Normal coffee.
Nothing happened.
Normal coffee bean is supposed to be bitter. Then I know there's a particular restaurant that brews directly from it.
I know the funny thing. The brand that she got and the brand that they sell here is the same brand though, but
Different. Try.
different quality.
The God
I
that
think
is
there's
working,
Nigerian quality.
the God that is working in Nigeria is so special.
I think everything has Nigerian quality. And,
Honestly.
you know,
You
other
Even
quality.
some biscuits that you feel like they're not in Nigeria, but they're not abroad, but they are abroad. And they're more flavor set.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Better quality.
and my better quality actually.
If mineral where they see where you go, they put for inside fridge. The mineral go block. Still
Yeah.
remove them.
Those soft drinks.
But you see the ones in Nigeria.
Those soft, no. That's it. The white people said the soft drinks that we have in Nigeria is better than the one we have. They call it Nigerian. They will say it's Nigerian. There's Nigerian. They have their own, but their own is not as sugary as it's not as nice as our own is. He said, I mean, give me the Nigerian one. They said it there. They said even the bottle. I don't know how they get it, but they said it there. They buy it in bottles. They are the Nigerian restaurant.
I see those specific ones.
People are not
Those
killing
ones, they know those ones they push for you barrel for you that one.
People are not killing us because what do you mean Nigerian? Nigerian top street.
Please.
Because how am I buying a soft drink for 1,000 and you're telling me it's 250?
Like,
I'm funny how they go and pack those things and then come to shops and be selling it at
please, and for people that
I
don't
won't
look at
report-
expiry date of food
report
again,
them.
please. We had the habit of our parents would want send us to like look at the expiry.
these days that we
These
have.
days-
now-
These days that we have scan.
No, start the URL code first because this counterfeit producer, people
They
that
have
using-
all those machines.
Someone-
People
they have-
expiring.
While we were waiting for change, we look around the entire park to check for rats, residue, whether it has been torn and everything. My mom would tell you, check the expiry date, check the pack before you buy it, because if you buy it at
I
home,
went to a
they will not
factory. I
return
went to
it.
a factory
These
somewhere.
days expiry, they know they expire again.
And I saw how they actually stamp what's called expiry dates on products. Like anybody can do this. Anybody can.
Yeah, of course they do it. There's one trending video of a particular plasma TV. You know, they say it's smart TV, and those guys were busy printing printing their codes inside. And then they never knew that somebody was videoing what they were doing and then packaging it and say, oh, this is it Chinese made, be whatever made.
Well,
And
that's
so it's
pretty
important.
They will add
So-
one country.
Well, let me conclude.
Okay.
At least with the healthy alternatives to satisfy a sweet tooth. There are a lot of people that are sweet tooth, and I thank God I'm not one of them. But I don't understand why you guys are always taking sugar 247. You know they do that for mouth. One kind.
That's cute. Coming from you.
For me,
Very,
sugar.
that's very cute. The soda you drink is what milk.
No.
The pastries you have is
How
what
many times do I take
Salt.
soda in a week?
shift, I beg.
How many times? Anyways, healthy alternatives to satisfy a sweet tooth. Fresh fruits such as apples, oranges, berries, and bananas. Take pear, the pear that they do alongside corn. You can take the pear alone. I really like corn.
That's an alternative for. Oh wow.
Anyways, plain yogurt topped with fresh fruits, guys. Try plain yogurt. In 10 minutes later. It's not be as sweet as you want it to be, but in 10 minutes later, just top it up with fresh fruits. Unsweetened nuts and seeds like walnuts and what that nut again. We don't go for groundnuts at this point.
Almond.
Yeah, almond too. But walnut is in season now, so
Mm.
like that one. Yeah, and also dark chocolate.
Also-
Dark chocolate in small amounts. Homemade smoothie without added sugar. Enjoying sweets occasionally is perfectly fine. But moderation is key. The World Health Organization (WHO) recommends limiting added sugar to less than 10% of total daily energy intake, with additional health benefits seen when intake is kept below 5%. Choosing nutrient-rich foods most of the time helps maintain a healthy weight, protects your heart, preserves your teeth, and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. As much as possible, please consume in moderation. Consume in moderation, please. For those that have access to good diet, please plan your diet properly. Thanks.
All right, you've heard it from Sharon this morning. Ensure that you have sweets, candy, lollipop in moderation. Do not stuff your face. It's you explore other alternatives, like she has mentioned, fruits, nuts, and all of that. Well, that's much going to take on the health and wellness segment. After the music, when we come back, we're moving straight to the people and culture segments. This is Joy is Coming by Fido.
Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a ghost inside my head. Oh, you're just a ghost inside.
By Fido. Welcome back from that short music break. Right now, moving straight to another exciting segment of the morning the show, and that is the people and culture segment. In this segment of the show, we inform and educate you about people and cultures in Nigeria, in Cross State, and Africa at large. And today, Sharon has something special for us. So let's have it, Sharon.
Okay, today I'm talking on the Nupe people of Nigeria. Nupe are one of Nigeria's major ethnic groups, predominantly found in Niger State, with significant populations in Kwara, Kogi, and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). They are known for their rich cultural heritage, skilled craftsmanship, organized traditional institutions, and historical contributions to commerce and governance in the Middle Belt region of Nigeria. The exact origin of the Nupe people remains a subject of historical debate. Oral tradition suggests that the Nupe descended from a legendary ancestor named Suede, also known as Edegi. Edegi, yes, a prince believed to have founded the Nupe kingdom around the 15th century after uniting several small settlements along the Niger River. The Nupe kingdom grew into one of the most influential states in central Nigeria, and it became a major political and commercial center, benefiting from its strategic location along the river Niger, which facilitated trade with neighboring Hausa states, Yoruba kingdoms, and other ethnic groups. During the 19th century, the kingdom came under the influence of the Sokoto Caliphate, following the Fulani Jihad led by Usman Dan Fodio. Although Islam became firmly established during this period, the Nupe retained many aspects of their traditional culture. The Nupe population is estimated to exceed 4 million people, making them one of Nigeria's largest ethnic nationalities. They speak the Nupe language, which belongs to the Nupoid branch of the Niger-Congo language family. While Nupe is the primary language, many people also speak Hausa and English for trade, education, and official communication. The Nupe have a centralized traditional political system headed by the Etsu Nupe, the paramount ruler of the Nupe kingdom. The Etsu, that is ETSU, oversees cultural affairs and serves as a custodian for Nupe traditions alongside district and village chiefs. Historically, the kingdom maintained an organized administrative structure with ministers, military leaders, and local chiefs who governed different territories. Traditionally, the Nupe economy has been based on farming of rice, millet, sorghum, maize, yams, cassava, and vegetables, fishing along the River Niger and River Kaduna, trading in agricultural products and crafts, livestock rearing also. The Nupe are particularly renowned for their craftsmanship. They are celebrated for bronze and brass casting, glass bead making, pottery, weaving, wood carving, leather work, traditional embroidery. Nupe brass works and woven textiles are highly valued throughout Nigeria. Today, Islam is a dominant religion among the Nupe people, with Christianity also practiced by a minority. Despite the spread of these religions, elements of traditional beliefs and cultural practices remain evident during festivals, naming ceremonies, and other community events, as it should be. Nupe culture places great importance on respect for elders, family unity, and communal cooperation. Traditional attire include richly embroidered flowing gowns for men, often paired with caps, while women wear colorful wrappers, blouses, and elaborate hair ties. Marriage ceremonies involve negotiation between families, exchange of gifts, and traditional rites that emphasize respect and family bond. Trust me, the headgears are very elaborate. The Nupe are also known for their vibrant music, dances featuring drums, flutes, and other indigenous instruments performed during festivals, weddings, and royal ceremonies. Their common foods include rice dishes, pounded yam, tuwo shinkafa, that's the rice meal, millet-based meals, fish prepared in various traditional styles, soups made with local vegetables and spices. Agriculture and fishing strongly influence their cuisine. Now, several traditional festivals celebrate Nupe history, religion, agricultural life. Among these are the Durbar festivals, featuring colorful horse parades and displays of traditional authority. Eid celebrations, which blend Islamic observances with Nupe cultural traditions, community harvest festivals that mark successful farming season. They have contributed significantly to Nigeria through preservation of indigenous arts and crafts, agricultural production, particularly rice cultivation, traditional leadership and governance, commerce along the River Niger, contributions to education, public service, politics, and academia. Their craftsmanship, especially brass casting and weaving, remains an important part of Nigeria's cultural heritage. The Nupe people are one of Nigeria's most historically significant ethnic groups. They are well-organized kingdom, remarkable artistic traditions, thriving agricultural economy, and enduring cultural values have made them an important part of the nation's history. Despite modernization, the Nupe continue to preserve their language, customs, and traditional institutions while contributing meaningfully to Nigeria's social and economic development. I feel like we should encourage more of this actually. As much as we realize that we've modernized and we are modernizing, we should not lose touch of the fact that we also have roots we came from. We have ancestors that preserve these roots and would like them to still be preserved even up to now. We've had a long, I mean, we have a long line of family heritage, my name alone. When somebody heard it, I was like, oh, are you related to the Ambos or something? And I'm like, yeah, I am, because that's my name. My name has its roots, and I'll definitely call you where I am. I also have other names attached to me, other local names attached to me. I have a house name,
Yeah.
and it should be carried along as that. They are my birth certificates. I just have Sharon like that to make things easy for people, because you pronounce my entire full name.
Lucky for me, I don't have all my. I wouldn't say lucky. Unfortunately for me, I don't have all my names on my birth certificate.
Unfortunately, actually, but I have mine.
Because
like,
if you get my
mine.
entire name, you can. If you're somebody that you're familiar with Calabar, you will know where my family house is. Gone. So I think to an extent, it's saving me some.
Yeah,
some things.
So the history is there. In fact, there's some my uncles that grew up here. My elders, they don't call me by Sharon. It's like, they'll ask you, what's your name? I told him Sharon. I was like, what's your name? He was like, what's your name? Tell me your local name.
I don't have a local name, unfortunately.
I have a local name. I have a house name, or a pet name that they call me. But basically, our roots need to be preserved, because for our unborn children, the ones that are growing, your mother was from here, this is her family lineage. My dad would tell us stories. This is where you are from. Our family is very broad and wide, because back then, one man would take more than one wife, and then that wife too has
our own baggage.
Her own tools, people that she was involved with too. So we had a lot of us, and we did not even do that thing of, oh, you're not my full brother, that kind of thing. All of us are together. Like, we are together.
Because somebody in my lineage, I had over 100 children.
Exactly. My own, if I start explaining my family lineage to you, we'll not finish here. Anyways, the roots are supposed to be preserved, are supposed to be, replicated. And we don't stand a chance of losing our heritage. Because somebody told me yesterday, I was on a call with someone on Saturday, and he was like, the white man hold their culture like to themselves, although they don't have much of a culture. They hold their culture. They hold everything they have, because that's their heritage. That's what they are known for. You will see when you talk to an Irishman, they'll tell you, I'm not an Englishman, I'm an Irishman. You say, oh, I was bred and brought up in the UK. They'll be like, I'm not an Englishman, I'm an Irishman. They'll hold their lineage. Or see the Scottish men, they wear their skirts, and they when they play their kilts, pardon me, and they play their Scottish bagpipes. They hold their lineage. They hold. You see people in Alaska. Alaska is in the United States of America, but you will feel like they're not part of them. They hold their culture very well. So why are we leaving our own culture and embracing the culture of someone else? Something that we should actually talk about and think of very well.
But like I always say, our culture is our identity, and we need to hold it very, very dear. We need to preserve our culture and our heritage. Well, that's much we can take on the people and culture segment. So we're going back to the music. By 9 o'clock, the news flash is coming up, and right after that, we'll be back to give you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. This is Electricity by Fields and Davido. Stay very close to your radio set. We'll be back before you know it.
I feel like money, but
One zero 3.5
And it's in the royal, the luxury suite.
And then he was then on the presidential suite. How's the TV not working with the special seat?
Now actually was working the my uncle he threatened to leave. But another was still having that's when he do something about it.
The time is 9 a.m., top of the morning to you, Calabar. Welcome to the News Flash on Unico Radio International, 103.5 FM Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria. My name is Vine Henshaw. Here are the top headlines of the hour. Starting with the home scene, Cross River State Governor Prince Basu Chu rewards 7 outstanding corps members with automatic employment. On the national scene, security concerns rise after gunmen kidnap pastor's family in Borno. In the world of business, petrol marketers oppose increased fuel imports, cites price risk. On the foreign scene, Iran reports oil tanker explosion in Strait of Hormuz amid US attacks. In the world of entertainment and lifestyle, Burna Boy takes Nigerian music to global stage with historic World Cup halftime performance. Meanwhile, in sports, former UFC champion Kamaru Usman falls on octagon comeback. All these and more coming up by 1 p.m. If you have news reports from your areas, hostels, departments, and faculties, please call our news hotline on 0809 4444058. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. On Facebook, we are Unico Radio International. On Instagram, TikTok, and X, we are Unico Radio. Please do away with any form of discrimination and nepotism as we strive to build a united nation. And always remember, as Malabites, Malabresses, and Perseverance, we are known for reasonable action. My name is Van Henshaw. Stay tuned and keep it locked right here on Unico Radio International, 103.5 FM Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria. The morning bus show continues rather shortly. Stay very close to your radio set. Good morning.
Well, I build a resistance with you. Catch me when I fall, and I'll keep you on the ground. You're gone, I wish you'd stay. I could look at you for a day. Time was well spent, that's when I knew that I need to spend my life here with you. Take your time, not in the fast lane. I understand that you've been broken too many times, but I'll be waiting to mend your wounds from all you've taken. But if we listen to each other, admit our mistakes, then I can show you who I am, because I'm not the same. I'm better with you. I'm better When you dream, do you see beautiful rays of light shimmering, guiding you through the night? I know it feels like the night's getting longer and light is harder to find. I promise I'll always be there, I'll remind you when you close your eyes. If they set for me tomorrow, even if I leave right now, you'll find comfort there in knowing whenever in doubt, you can find me when the lights turn out. When the lights turn out. Even now, laying down hundreds of miles away, I can see you and me like it was yesterday. I know it's not the same, but I'm still behind you every step of the way. Look in yourself and I'll be there, I can guide you. All the love is the same. If they sent for me tomorrow, even if I leave right now, you'll find comfort there in knowing whenever in doubt, you can find me when the lights turn out. When the lights turn out, you can find me when the lights turn out. When the lights turn out, you can find me when the lights turn out.
By Davido and Faith. Welcome back from that music break. Time check is 8 minutes past the hour of 9, and you're still tuned into the Morning Bus Show right here on Unico Radio International 103.5 FM Calabar across your state in Nigeria. And right now we're moving straight to the top story segment right here on the Morning Bus Show. And like you already know, we'd like to start with the campus news. We have Unico management welds the big stick, sanctions, and staff. No fewer than 9 staff of the University of Calabar, teaching and not teaching, have found themselves at the wrong end of the institution's disciplinary rod for sundry offences. 8 of the affected staff have been dismissed from the services of the university, while one is to have his promotion delayed for 2 promotional years. According to a memo signed by the University Registrar, Dr. Mrs. Chukwuka Icha, the decision was taken at the 174th meeting of the University's Governing Council upon deliberating on the report of disciplinary cases presented to it. The Registrar, who is also the Secretary to the Council, states in the memo that Professor Emilia Boyira of the Department of Nursing Science is dismissed from the service of the university over alleged cases of examination malpractice. Others include Mr. Ukachukwu Darlington from the Department of Chemical Pathology, Mrs. Akinri Nade Obeyemi Ogunlayi from the Department of Microbiology. We also have Dr. Aaron Priscilla from the Department of Internal Medicine, and Mrs. Okoye Iyesam Eni from the Department of Clinical Medical Hostel. We also have all dismissed over alleged absence and abandonment of duty. Also dismissed are Mr. Joseph Adetokon of Works Department over allegations of vandalization and cutting away rumored cables, and we have Mr. Eworo Valentine Ibo of the Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry, dismissed over allegations of falsification and alteration of examination results. This is even as Mr. Emmanuel Adariku of the Unical Alumni Associations the Unical Alumni Relations Office is dismissed for a case of unauthorized withdrawal of funds from the Friends of Malabo / Alumni Trust Fund accounts, while Dr. Matthias Agba of the Department of Nursing Science is to face delayed promotion for 2 promotional years, including forfeiture of 50% of his withheld salary for his culpability in the case of negligence of duty in respect to alleged examination misconduct. The university management continues to reiterate its zero tolerance to all forms of unethical practices, even as the professor of film and final films led administration remains resolute in his determination to rebrand the institution on a foundation of integrity and excellence in service delivery. This is from the Public Relations Unit, University of Calabar. What do you make out of this?
I like that. I like that. As they are calling out students for examination of malpractice and misconduct, they are also calling out staff for the same misconduct. Because at the end of the day, the staff and the student make the school, right?
Who are the enablers?
Hmm?
Who are the enablers?
Who are the
Enablers.
enablers are the lecturers, staff, exactly. Now, I like the fact that, as he said, before he said, I think weeks back, it was saying a week ago, yes, it was said that any lecturer found one, any staff found one, they face disciplinary action.
Mm.
And the academic institution has zero tolerance to misbehavior or misconduct at your workplace. I like the fact that they call them out for their wrongdoing. And I actually hope that they face the full wrath of the disciplinary committee because
they're finished now.
They should face it.
Yeah, they've been dismissed from service. That's the end of story. That's the end of discussion. They don't have a job.
And it should also be deterrent to people in that these lecturers that are proving nonchalant. The lecturers that are saying they're not going to come for class, they're not going to do anything. Then at the end of the day, you come and ask a child for money when exams are near. You come and ask her for something that they cannot give when exams are near. This is a warning to every other person that it will finally come. Your turn when we shipping don't behave yourself.
Okay, so to also add to that, yeah, I believe that every staff of the university should know by now that this is a vice chancellor that have served in the capacity as the commissioner for education in Cross River State.
Yeah.
And if you look at the things he did, things like this have happened in the state in his administration back then. There were a lot of rumors of lots of teachers losing their jobs and so on and so forth because one, he believes in integrity. He believes if you must get paid, so you must have to work for it. And that's what it should be. So this doesn't make him a bad person though. But I must commend the efforts of the, school, the Senate, because the Vice Chancellor don't just do all of this on his own. He has the team of the Senate, that sits and say, look, yeah, we have talked about this, we have gone through, we've investigated, and finally this is the conclusion of the whole matter. It's sad that things like this are happening at this point in time where already there are no jobs, and then you allow either a 20,000, a 15,000 naira sorting fee to push you to this extent where you have to start all over again. Here, I understand that they will have to appeal at some point in time. Definitely, they're going to have their lawyers. They're going to appeal all of this. And then hopefully, as the time proceeds, we're definitely going to see how they work. But then, it is not a good thing that they have been able to do this, involving themselves, in examination of practices and sorting. And I had one of them have to mutilate a result. And this is where my problem is. I think on the other hand, NUC as a body should also investigate vice chancellors, professors who mutilate election results, because on this way, we are going to sanitize the system. We're already having a lot of leaders with questionable results and, identity, means of identifying them. And they are still roaming around, leading us from top to bottom. And then it's sad that up till today, nothing has been done. I think if this kind of measures are also being taken from the presidency down to our respective communities, and it is going to really go a long way. Now we are writing exams. Our students are actually writing exams. It will surprise you to note that a lot of these students have either not been attending lectures or lectures are not always being held consistently as it should be, because that same lecturer is handling 10 lectures or 10 courses, and this same lecturer has his or her own business to do. This same lecturer is coming from a far distance. This same lecturer is also teaching in another school. This same lecturer is a lot of things. Do you understand? So compounding that you do not even be able to schedule your time to do the needful, but at the end of the month, you expect to be paid. This is not supposed to be so. Sometimes you walk into some offices and they tell you, this person is not around. Tomorrow you go again, this person is not around. Next tomorrow you go again, this person is not around. You go 10 o'clock, the person is not even in the office. 12 o'clock, the person is not even in the office. And the day he managed to come, he will start talking to you as if they are not paying him for what he's been doing. And I said to the woman that day, look, if you're tired of working in this particular space, leave. There are lots of persons who actually want. He said, are you talking to me? I said, yes, I'm talking to you because I have been here more than a month looking for you, madam. You are not here. For crying out loud.
When you switch up, you're now bring up respect. You don't have respect for your elders.
No. I have to give it to her that day.
Speaking up, somebody said we need to normalize the fact. We need to tell some elders that speaking up is not disrespect. Yeah. Speaking up is not disrespect, because we always grow up with that thing of you talk back to your elder, disrespect and everything. We're not small children, we're not little children anymore.
Do you understand?
Some things that will not condone anymore, because there are people that are doing too much.
I wrote an article last 2 weeks, and it was just a question about one of the things hindering youth participation, and I said that whole dogma of respect.
Yeah.
Where they say, okay, if you're not up to this age, you cannot do this because you don't have, you should respect your elders. Elders are doing this, so you shouldn't do it with them. If elders are talking, you don't talk. If elders are doing something, you pay a blind eye to it because you're supposed to be respectful. So I think the concept of respect in Nigeria has been twisted to the point where it's now used for evil and not for good.
Yeah.
Now, to also add to that, so when we go back to, let's say, exams now, like I keep saying, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get that thing off my head, because I have never missed a class. I have done all your assignments. I have your complete notes, and I wrote your 2 tests. I wrote all my attendance and did your assignments, your take-home assignment. I submitted and all of that. But at the end of it, you're giving me 5 in assessments. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get that thing off my head, because anytime I see that man in the school, even till today, I still, in fact, it's not just a flash, it comes directly to my head. Do you understand? And then this kind of persons, you tell me you wouldn't get something from students, you wouldn't have you maneuver your way. No, you actually teach, and I actually attend your lectures, right? But then again, we see a lot of times where a lot of lecturers don't even teach. They don't even go to lectures. And you expect the students to come and do magnificent, and you go and set exams. I told you guys the other time, right?
Do you know the funny thing? There's some courses you are not supposed to joke with. Because at the end of the day, you expect us to handle human lives with care.
Do you understand?
We've been taught to do that. If not the fact that I'm somebody that I will go back and read. Like I will read, watch
YouTube. I see a lot of people
talk with my AI.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking everywhere. My entire study table, scattered books and everything is going to be there, because I'm going to stay there and read what I'm supposed to read, because I want to get this thing. But people that are waiting for lecturers to teach before they have heard me on what to do, it is well.
I told you guys a particular time ago, I intercepted a conversation where a particular staff, but not in this university of Calabar, but it's just a big institution here in the States, where you have a lecture late at night with students on a social media platform, and you're setting exams that same night to students to write exams on that same day. Come on, like I couldn't factor my head up, and I begin to think, like, how do now these students cope? Well, they are health students. I understand a lot of them reach and study ahead and all, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And then this is the same person that tomorrow, a lot of them actually had issues. In fact, I told them that if they want ways out, trust me, I wouldn't mind joining their team to go meet their management and say, look, we need to address this. We need to address. If it means calling people in government house, I am going to do it, because I couldn't really get it. And this is the same thing that happens. And then you expect students not to come and sort, and no, man, it's sad.
When you do your job, when you do your job right, attend classes and then set classes and attend them. Don't set. That's what we had a lecturer. I was very fond of doing this thing. He would set a 7 a.m. classes late, and then he'll tell you to come. Like today is Monday. He will set Monday afternoon that we're having a class tomorrow morning by 7 a.m. And if you are late to his class, you will not enter inside the class. And in my head, I'm like, do you know that Calabar, before keke drivers and bus drivers come out in their masses, is from 8 down? And you also realize that some of us don't live around school, some of us live in very far places, and we have to walk outside all the way to actually find transport. Do you understand? Do you take the interest of the students you are teaching? Because if you sit down there, we don't even know what we are doing. Our heads are every day. How will we listen to what you're saying? And his course was one boring course, like Jesus Christ. I was like, you struggle to stay awake in a class. Something that's supposed to be interesting now would be very, very boring. And my mom undermined because I was like, isn't it an social studies? I was like, no. Because the exams were an entire thing. Like they were different thing entirely. I wonder how I passed that course. It's the Lord. It's the Lord's name. Because I was like, you set class time for class. You set 7 a.m. It's only you that will come and stand there. If you see how many 3 people will just come for lecture, you start teaching them. And the people that want to find leave, you will now extend the case to 7:30. The ones that are coming by 8 a.m., you tell them to stay outside. You will now go and give up on the class. Then that time he set CA. He didn't do CA. He set CA with exam. So I wrote that exam for approximately 3 hours.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. I think we should talk about the fact that some lecturers decide to, put the CA or set the CA with the exam.
That's why they did this upload. That's why they did this thing when they upload.
There is a week for CA.
Yes.
Dedicated to continuous
assessment. They did this thing where you
why did you not
before
take
you write
advantage
of that particular week?
That week.
And all of that.
They did this thing. I think we read in news one time where they said you have to upload the CA for the exam.
Yes.
So that should checkmate it.
Because at the end of the day, some lecturers will say, okay, this exam is about 100 plus your CA. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you not looking for the CA?
Are you kidding? No, they will not actually separate the CA.
They will separate it.
Add more questions to the exam.
I start for 100 objective questions for an hour. And they said, okay, I want to divide this. How they're going to do the math? And I'm like, this is how they're going to do the math. Are you kidding? So people that actually they bank on the CA to at least, okay, if they can get like 20 in their CA, they know that okay, they can hold for marks for exams. So like anything can happen.
I never understood that thing. Like why
that's living it nowadays.
I never understood it.
Vine, thanks for the time. But let me quickly share with us what Henry Fayol thought about his 14 principles of management. I love the number 3 talks about discipline, and the number 7 that I really a bit take a little time is remuneration. Now we've talked about several times how a lot of this stuff, if you go to their offices, you ask yourself, wait, is this a staff staying in this kind of place? No lights, no fan, no chairs, no tables, nothing. A lot of them are hanging around. Do you understand? So when people find themselves in that kind of place, and you go out and tell someone, I am a lecturer. This is why a lot of persons don't give respect to lecturers or teachers per se. Do you understand? But here it says any organization that underpays its workers will struggle to retain and motivate high quality workers. Now, this enumeration should include both financial and non-financial incentives. Also, a structure should be in place to reward good performance and motivate employers. Now, if all of these things are in place, trust me, a lot of them, we'll still see a lot of people who find themselves in that kind of system, they do their things willingly. Do you understand? They won't be putting eyes in all of these things. If the government of Nigeria say today, as a professor, normally education should pay more than any other thing, because this is the people that groomed you. But here we are having politicians earning more than people who should be earning so much. Look at how much a professor is earning, and look at what a counselor, I'm even going to a counselor, an appointee is earning, equivalent to what a professor should be ending. Do you understand? So at this point in time, I understand I'm not holding any excuses for anybody, but then, all of these things are reasons why a lot of them are doing what they are doing. But,
well, in a nutshell, I think that what Thompson is trying to say is that it's I need you, you need me situation. I do my part, you do your part, and we are all happy.
Everybody moves.
Semi-skills. But when you are not doing your own part and you're expecting the other person to hold their own end of the bargain, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
It's an imbalanced system. But
exactly.
when both parties are doing their jobs and holding their own end of the bargain, It's a balance system. Now, when one person is found wanting, you can now take full disciplinary action against the person. Anyway, moving forward, we have fear grips Calabar residents as man is found lifeless in water channel. Fear has gripped residents of Elijah Henshaw of Palm Street in Calabar, south of the government area across the state, following the discovery of the lifeless body of a man in a drainage channel. The discovery, made on Friday, July 17, 2026, attracted residents who gathered in small groups as heavy rainfall continues to fall in Calabar. The body was seen floating in the water channel before becoming trapped against a stone. Some residents told newsmen that they were reluctant to recover the body for fear of being wrongly accused of involvement in the man's death or being invited by the police for questioning. They, however, noted that if the body which is discovered is uncovered and properly examined, the deceased could be identified and his family traced. The residents called on relevant authorities such as the Ministry of Environment and other emergency response agencies to evacuate the body without delay, warning that prolonged exposure could lead to decomposition or cause the body to be washed to another location by flood water. As of the time of filing this report, the identity of the deceased and the cause of his death is not ascertained. What do we make out of this?
Oh man, it's hard.
That's actually a very scary sight.
Yeah.
I think this is something that happens
This
almost
is
every rainy
season in Calabar, because of the force these waterways actually pulls. And then we'll say, before you put your leg, we'll be saying this, before you put your leg anywhere, don't mind, just even some vehicles, sometimes they'll think, this place it's okay, the water from behind, as soon as you put your tire, boom, you fall inside. So that's what we've been saying. Be careful out there when it is raining. Don't think it's the usual place I used to jump. You might not know if that pillar have pulled out. Now that maintenance culture in our system is poor, not just dying. Okay, dying and poor. You be like poor, you're doing fine. It's dead. Totally. The maintenance culture is actually dead. So and then you see sometimes you put your leg and the next thing you're inside. This rainy season.
Well, as I predicted Brian, the rain was supposed to stop on Friday. And what did he do? It did.
And it rained here. I was drenched on Friday actually, and I was sick on Saturday.
But it's good that
I told you that.
It's good that on Saturday and Sunday it was not it wasn't raining, but there again. And then just like the alleged there. Yeah, this is why a lot of times, even to help people these days, is the problem. Because if anything happens, boom, you are the one that will call first. Because how? Like, I saw a video where somebody actually gave an assistance to someone, I'm going this direction. Okay, let me help you. And before you know, the person starts shouting that, he's kidnapping me. I say, kidnapping you? How? Because I just gave you help, and all of that. So all of these things is making a lot of persons become so afraid. Not back in our days where I used to say that, I don't know how to thank that man enough. There was a time I was coming from, Uyanga. Let's say Iwuru to Akampa every day for school. And then this particular man goes through that. So I used to wave at him anytime he passed. So one day he stopped and I ran inside. He said, no, come. I just want to know who you are. And then that's how my dad came out. He said, what happened? He said, no, that anytime he passed, I used to wave at him. He said, okay, where are you going? He said, he used to go to Akampa. That's how that man started carrying me from that place till I finished my school that time in Akampa. So anytime he passed, it's either I've gone or he'll wait and pick me. But these days, doing favors and assistance to people these days could just put you into a lot of problem. This is why now this is something
or what? Because like this report says that residents told newsmen that they were reluctant to recover because fear of being wrongly accused of involvement in the man's death. Now, what is the cause of that fear? Because in this case, they could have just, maybe recovered the body and then alerted the police that, something like this happened, but they decided not to even touch it because,
at this point in time, I think the community leader, either the clan head and then the youth leader, the women leader, all of these guys could now come out and say, look, we give authority to you, and you please bring out this body so that it will be now a community issue. Because as it is now, whether we like it or not, it is that community that will definitely be having conversation with the government at this point to actually trace to them.
I feel like what leads to that fear would be lack of trust now, because
in the
A lot
system.
has happened. A
Then
lot has
it's a
happened.
system issue.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's the system. I don't think it's just a system issue.
Mm.
You know, we live in a time.
Now, you know that you're not reporting. Now, the thing is, why I'm mentioning the system is that you're not reporting to an individual, you're reporting to the authorities, and that is part of the system.
They don't want. They say they don't want to touch the body, right?
Mm.
I think we live in a system where
It says here, sorry
people-
to cut you, fear of being wrongly accused of involvement in the man's death or being invited by the police for
questioning.
So I know exactly the angle that the person's coming from.
Yeah.
It's not being accused by a fellow citizen, right? Or fellow civilian. Okay, you might have something to do with this man's death. It's being accused by the relevant authority that, okay, since you're the one that brought this body here, oh yeah, let us keep you in the state. You know, that kind of thing. And I think it's just
But that's not
it's
how
just
it's
there
supposed
was this
breach of trust
there
between
was this
individual
situation.
and,
That's not it's supposed to
There was this
Because-
situation in, I think in Calabar some time ago where a particular lady lost her life in a man's house. And trust me, the entire compound was in trouble. You know, they came for mass arrest. And so why is that a concern to other neighborhood? Do you understand? So those are part of the things that people have learned over time and say, look,
let me mind my business.
mind your business. It's as simple as that. That's why even sometimes
Sorry,
you see
said-
people fighting.
You said why is the business of the other neighborhood or why is the business of the neighbors in the house?
Why were
No.
they arrested?
Why were they arrested or even
You're in your own house.
in your own house? You take
Something
your own
happened somewhere else.
and then
another room and
they
they
just
arrest
come
you.
and do you understand? So and also if you see this is the reason why sometimes you see two people fighting in the streets. A lot of persons don't
Will
even-
just pass, yeah.
will just walk past because they're afraid. If anything happens
The
now,
queen of
they're
that.
going to be responsible.
Queen of
So,
mind
but it's
is-
not supposed to be
It's
so.
not supposed to be
It's
so,
not supposed to be
actually,
so.
because your intervention can actually save
Well,
another
you
person's
actually
life.
weigh the odds. Can I step into this at this point in time?
Mm.
Is it safe for me to step in? Will I be also claiming my own life? Will I be claiming the safety of my own life by stepping into this place? Can
Now
I
from
step
far
in?
you go to shout,
Can I
"Don't
get-
go,
By the time
don't
you're,
go."
by the
Somebody
time you're
better
done,
do
you're
this.
done weighing this option. Somebody might lose
No,
their
no,
life.
it's how you weigh. It's how you weigh things properly. Now, okay, so for example, now I was
Like
coming
Nigerian
outside.
court,
I was
you
coming
weigh
outside.
it, weigh it
I was
before
coming
you weigh.
outside to get something outside. My neighbor, she invited the particular lady, and the lady had a child. And the way this woman handled that child, I just looked. She was carrying the plank.
Mm.
She was using the plank to hit this girl. When I say the plank was thick, I need to hit this girl. The girl was running. I looked at her, I was like, if I step into this scenario, someone use that hit her. Because she was pissed off at that point in time. But then the child ran, so I was like, okay, the child is in the clear. But the guy was, she ran, I was crying, she was begging, so I just walked away. But if it was a situation where she was actively beating that child, I would actually have stepped in because it actually made no sense that you would carry plank to hit the child. So I'm saying weighing the options. Because as soon as you enter a fight, they never beat the person where they fight to, but they are beating you.
Or maybe the
Yeah.
people that are fighting will now join hands
And beat you.
Mm.
Because why it's a loss. You weigh the odds. Is this thing going to be is going to be a threat to my life?
Yeah.
Or not? Sometimes you don't enter something, sometimes you don't mind your business and go into where you're
So
going.
at this point in time, the community could just come together, exhume the body outside, and then try to ensure that.
But the fear of the police is something that we actually need to
And I think
work on.
the current police public relations officer is trying to rebuild that trust because
Do you know we
it
had
has been
something?
broken over and over and over again.
We had this particular event competition where they asked to win a prize. What's the motto of the Nigerian police force?
Mm.
This should kept thinking. They kept thinking. After a while, they said, "Oh, they can't get it."
Mm.
This cannot say it's as easy as can be, and it was in my head. But I was like, "This cannot be the motto now."
Mm.
I said, "The motto is police is your friend." Then who would have thought?
It's police
Wow!
is your friend.
Because who would have thought? Because some children have gone to the trauma of having their dads being accosted by the police on the road. I had the time when my cousin cried bitterly. They were trying to arrest her dad
Mm.
unlawfully. And she was not crying. She was like, "Please don't arrest my dad. Don't take my dad." They were not like they should come. But she shouted. She legit shouted. She's the one that saved her dad that day.
Mm.
She shouted. I was like, "Please don't take my father. Don't take my father." They were not telling her to calm down, relax. I feel like they were doing something wrong. That's why. But
Mm.
just what they didn't want to attract attention. The man will shout, but they will shout. They cannot beat the child outside now.
Yeah.
So she was out shouting. And then like, please, they said, okay, now you should just be carrying the child and be going.
Mm.
Let the child go. So there's some children that have seen firsthand that children being abused by the police. And I feel like we need to actively work on this thing. Because at the end of the day, the police is the bridge between for security, right? Not support any political group or anything. Their own is just security, safeguarding the lives of the common man, civilians. Exactly. So it shouldn't be that they'll be fighting us instead, and we'll be afraid of them instead. But actually, we need to. It's a call for community unity and all these things, because if a situation happens where they want to arrest this one for picking the body or for arranging the body well, the community should come out and be like, he didn't do this. There's evidence to show that he just helped to carry the body outside. So something like that.
I thought it doesn't decay and also
exactly. I mean, they're trying to conserve their own community because they don't know when the police will arrive, and that body can be there because it may possibly go and block the water channel and rain will not fall again. And then you wake up the next morning, you probably see the body on the road. So I mean, it's community immunity at this point, with systems working right to make sure that everybody is appeased, everybody is good and fine. Police comes, picks up the body. Community has done their own part, police has done their own part.
Another thing is, this is also a wake up call to every single one of you. We are in the peak of the rainy season. Please be careful. Do not be one of those. Sometimes I see people walking under the rain. And I'm not saying maybe it's drizzling, it's heavily raining and they're walking under the rain. The road is flooded and you don't know where the drainages are and where the road is.
Some people running, Jeff.
It's wrong because you can put your leg the wrong way and the flood will just carry you to where you do not know. One thing about water one thing about water is it has a force and it can be very, very uncontrollable sometimes. So please, whenever it's raining, ensure that you wait it out. Wait somewhere. And Calabar is such a nice place where you can just tell somebody, please let me stand by your shop, and they'll let you stand there so that the rain, doesn't beat you or you don't get drenched.
That place they are rushing to. Like they will do what they are doing.
But while you're standing, don't stand as if you're a spy. Stand responsibly.
If you just stand up for somewhere and stand and wait the rain out so that you do not get drenched. You do not get carried by the flood, because I think flooding is something that it's gradually gaining momentum in Calabar. I don't know if any other persons realize that it's gradually gaining momentum in Calabar, and the government needs to do something about flooding. So please be very cautious out there. Ensure that you stay protected. Ensure that when it's raining, you look for someone to stand somewhere to just shield yourself from the rain. Wait for it to be over before you can go anywhere. I used to tell people, wherever I'm going to and it's raining, wherever I'm going to is not worth risking my life for, because anything can happen at any time, and wherever I'm going to, they will do without me. They will do without my absence. So please ensure that you safeguard yourself, safeguard your life, and ensure that you stay protected this rainy season. Well, that's much you can take on the top story segment. We're going back to the music, but we come back and moving straight to the conversation of the day. This is With You by Davido and Omale. Stay very close to your radio set to be back before you know it.
Help us think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like
Lee and Davido, welcome back from that short music break. Time check is 41 minutes past the hour of 9, and right now moving straight to the next segment of the show, and that is the conversation of the day. Remember that you're still tuned into Unico 103.5 FM, the only station that offers you the best of education, information, and of course, entertainment 360. We love to call it a do infotainment. This is where you can call us 0809 4444058. I'll take that again 0809 4444058. You can send an SMS to that number or send a WhatsApp message to that same number, and we'll take it right here on the show. Now we have outrage as WIAC drops IFIC language from examination syllables. The Upper Malabar Executive Forum, OCEF, has described the alleged delisting of IFIC language from the WIAC curriculum as an insult to the IFIC people and demanded its immediate reinstatement. OCEF Chairman High Chief Gaston Henshaw, MFR, said the decision erases one of Nigeria's most developed indigenous languages from formal education. IFIC has a well-developed orthography. It was used to translate the Bible in the 19th century and for news broadcast on NBC from the 1960s to the 1980s. We wonder why it is being dropped now, Henshaw said. He expressed displeasure that IFIC students were allegedly given Igbo question papers to write in place of the IFIC language in the last WIAC examination, describing it as totally unacceptable. To sustain the language, OCEF said it has instituted scholarships for students offering IFIC, approved special allowances for IFIC teachers, recalled retired teachers to the classroom, and supported IFIC radio and television programs. Henshaw assured WIAC that OCEF would provide enough candidates for IFIC examinations to meet requirements, adding that the Palace of the Album of Calabar is committed to ensuring the language does not go into extinction. We call on WIAC to reinstate the IFIC language without delay. The concentrated efforts made so far must not be allowed to go to waste, he said. What to make of this?
It's actually a disrespect and insult because, I mean, why are you scrapping it out? Then, if you're scrapping out languages, you scrap out everything now. Since you want to scrap out all the languages, why would you give somebody in Lagos, yeah? Because of the fact that it's predominantly, they want to call it a no man's land, but Lagos is someone's village actually. Because somebody has roots there. But because it has become the commercial capital, people are saying, okay, it's a no man's land, it's a man's land. So because of that, they did Yoruba, Igbo, they did Hausa. But then in some schools they scrapped out Hausa because predominantly it was just Igbo and Yoruba. I had to learn some parts of Igbo from the alphabet, the numbers, and everything. I had to learn also the numbers and alphabets in Yoruba too. And mind, I'm not from any of these places, but then because I found myself in that place, you're going to learn and everything. Some people write French. It's a foreign language. Some write German. Why are you scrapping out the indigenous language? If we want to all scrap out languages, let's all scrap out the languages at once now. Because it's actually a very disrespect. In Yoruba man's land, I wrote Yoruba, and I'm not a Yoruba person. Why is it that in our own side, the language we hold so dear is not it has been scrapped out of the curriculum? So I understand the level of annoyance, and this is an ancient language. It's language that one of the starting languages we had in Nigeria. And then this is one of the places, the place that the earliest colonial masters resided in. So there's huge historical and ancient knowledge from here. Now, scrapping them out is a threat to our own indigenous roots and languages. And also, it shows that we have come to a point where we don't value our culture and tradition anymore to replicate them in our educational spaces. Because whether we like it or not, there are some children that are still being taught in the EPIC, in some indigenous communities in countries like states. There's some people there's some students that are being taught these languages. If we want to scrap out languages and we feel like, okay, they are insignificant and everything, scrap out English, scrap out French from WIAC.
So now we have list of selected texts for WIAC. We have Arabic, we have Edo, we have Ifuk, we have Hausa, we have Ibibio, we have Igbo, we have Yoruba, and we have English language. Those are the six that is fundamentally. Now, my question is, if Ifuk is being, and this is not a disclaimer, this is not me being tribalistic, but if Ifuk is being scrapped out, is it that they want to do one, because Ifuk and Ibibio language is almost similar? So is it that they want to leave one since it's similar to the other? So they are leaving Ibibio and removing Ifuk from the mix because it's kind of confusing.
No, this has to do with power play here, because if you look at from the national level, you could see the Senate president, coming from the Ibibio, part, the group, right? But if you look at the ethics, if you look at the senators or those in power, you could see less of them. And these persons will keep asking questions: what role are they playing, right?
Okay, let's go.